Dwayne Shepherd, you'll have the kind of 65 out there. Dwayne Shepherd. Not Shepherd. Oh, midnight?
Like 17 miles across our state.
Whoa! Don't blink. You better watch the odometer. If you don't know it's there, you miss it.
Yeah, we took off last Sunday.
I said I got involved.
We just bought a motor on weekend.
You used to have one, didn't you?
Yeah, we sold it because we never got the motor enough.
You get one that's just as big or just as small?
Bigger.
It looked like a trailer, you know, because you had it in that shed or whatever it was.
That's where the new one's at. Don't look for it after 8.
Yeah, I'm going home about 7:30. Get prepared for tomorrow. Get all this done, and I'm home about 9 tomorrow.
9? I know you are. You weren't there. We know where you live.
Hi, how are you? That's the name tag.
It's gorgeous, like Renee. I thought he was panicking already. I was going to go. I thought I'm not going to call her Connie. She's got it under control. Oh, really?
They had kindergarten, 65, 60, what was it, 50?
You got, oh, I got a picture. Mom's got pictures of
54?
Maryland's first.
Yeah, you trying to use me, dude.
I don't know.
I got twins over there.
And I saw Dennis. I saw him. How you doing, Dennis? You looking good. I hear you in the... Well, my goodness. Have other people been That's right. I heard that. Gary. I didn't you know we I don't know. You gotta remember. I know. What's fun about writing? We can retell that.
I'm trying to read what I'm going to do it there.
No plan.
You don't build a temporary room.
Yeah, you're here, you know, for everybody else. Janie, you remember Janie? Carolyn, most of the people live
That sounds like somebody.
Poor Janie.
Yeah, I went to grade school at Grange Hall, which was country school out southwest.
You don't have any going to have a conversation piece tonight. That's about the way I run my life.
We're just dealing with the phone.
Have they changed it? Yeah, have they changed it?
Out of school now, thank goodness. Hey, Lang! Hey, buddy! Everybody's up to it. You let them go through all the I didn't know. I had to ask Stan. He said, well, I think that's what
My other half, he has to go back.
I'll tell you, Bob, I
It's up to them.
Oh dear!
I think he left them there cleaning tonight. Who's that?
There, over there.
whatever.
So you work on night?
I mean, we'll have, you know,
You gotta watch it. That's not fair.
No wind out here. The breeze is quick. I didn't read.
Yeah.
Hi, Gordon.
I'm Carolyn Miller-Lander. This is my wonderful husband, Mike, of 8 years. We have 2 children, Krista 7 and Ryan 5. The last 25 years, I worked for 17, and now I'm a mother and a homemaker.
Marcia and Mike Costa. We live here in Hoopeston. We've been working I work at the CAN, and Mike works at the Iroquois County Highway Department in Waseca. He's the assistant superintendent. And we have 2 children. Vince is 22 and Chad's 19.
Hi, I'm Bonnie Wood. After graduation, I attended Danville Junior College and then Illinois State University, where I graduated with a bachelor's degree in elementary education. After that, I obtained a job at Community Unit Number 3 at Donovan, Illinois, where I've been teaching ever since. I taught kindergarten for 10 years, then I taught special reading for 2 years, second grade for 1 year, and I've taught first grade for the past 7 years. I really enjoy my teaching. In the summers, I like to travel, and I've traveled to many places in the United States. I've also been to Hawaii, Germany, Holland, and that's just about it.
Hi, I'm Ann Morris, and for the last 25 years I went to college, graduated. I've been teaching high school and middle school in Danville, all subjects. I've gone to graduate school. I've been to Europe a couple of times, and I now show my American Saddlebred horse.
Hi, I'm Dennis Carter. This is my wife, Renee. I guess for the last 25 years. Got out of school, joined the service, back out in 72. Got a couple of other jobs, got married, my wife. We've had 2 children at this time. One's 8, little boy, and a little girl named Dana, and the boy's name's Dustin. My wife's expecting right now. We're doing sometime in the early part of August. I'm on the police force here in Hoopeston, have been going on 13 years now. And we live in Hoopeston most of our lives anyway. That's about it, really. We enjoy being here tonight, and we'll have a good time. Okay?
Okay, as everybody knows that was there last night, we had a tremendous time at Paul and Charlene Warner. And for 25 years, we owe them something. This is for you to take her out on us.
right.
Hey, Janie McCullough, come here a minute. You sweet little thank you.
I have my We're gonna find out, right? We're gonna find out. What's we have?
Well, you know, Janie, you've never been to a reunion. You were the very first person to send your questionnaire form back.
Is that right?
Yes. And we just, for appreciating you doing that, you were the very first one to call me to find out, you know, exactly when what was going on. We want you to enjoy this week.
Yes, do it.
Well, the photos are there.
Evil. Evil.
Ann Morris, can you come up here a minute, please? We're all really glad you came.
I've had a lot of.
Wait a minute. Tom Law.
Oh, Tom Law.
Come here a minute, Tom. Oh, we don't know what it is. This is, yep. You remember how good Ann was to us in school?
Well, it's taken a lot of years for the state of Illinois to catch up. So, the Illinois Department of Transportation has sent you something, and I think you better open it up.
You need to open and read that out loud.
You gotta read it out loud.
Official notice from the state of Illinois. You gotta read it.
Read it out.
Read it out loud.
Due to circumstances during your driver education classes at Hoopeston High School in which your quick reflexes resulted in humiliation and embarrassment to two of your classmates, the Secretary of State has, under advisement from the driver's ed instructor, suspended your driver's license effective immediately. Have a nice day.
We had to get back into. Tom and I had whiplash a lot back in driving. Let me tell you, we hit the floor many times with that girl. I'd like to say a little something here too, in remembrance of Keith Knightley and Henry Hickman. As y'all know, they're both deceased. Keith died of leukemia and Henry committed suicide. In their honor, we have donated a book to the library for both of them. This one here is on suicide. The other one on leukemia is not in yet, it's on a back order. But if anyone wants to check it out, they can go to the Hoopeston Public Library and look at it. There's also two pictures on the table that Lisa Lawson drew for us and sketched out. We've also put them in this book here. We're going to send one of these to Henry's family and one of these to Keith's little daughter and let them have this along with the picture. So keep them both in mind. Also, the ones that bought the book, this is it, and you will enjoy it because your questionnaires that you wrote is in this. Have fun reading, and it tells where everybody's at now that we had their updated address that we heard from. The rest of them, we're out of luck.
I'm Vicki Carell Jackson. This is my husband Rodney. I've been married 25 years Monday. Got 3 children, Julie, Roger, and Bradley. I work at Community Bank and have for 10 years. I haven't done much other than moving. I've moved 10 times in the last 25 years and never left Hoopeston. I'm done.
I'm
Connie Johnson Culp. This is my husband, George, and we live in Hoopeston. We have 3 kids, Julie 22, Corey 18, Alice is 13, and I'm a housewife, work part-time at Sears in Hoopeston, and my husband works at American National Can.
Pam Tutwater. Pam Barker now. I married Mike Barker. I have 2 children, Becky, age 18, Justin, age 16. Been married to Mike for 21 years. I'm executive secretary at Lakeview Memorial Foundation and work in Danville. Mike is a mechanic, works at the American National Can in Hoopeston. We moved to the country 4 years ago. We've lived in Hoopeston for the last 25 years.
Nope.
My daughter's gone to X-ray school. My son's going to be a junior in high school.
I see.
Hi, I'm Bonnie Kay Byron Caldwell. I live at Route 3 Hoopeston. I'm married to Leon Caldwell. I have 2 daughters, Tracy, 24, Colleen, 18. We farm. I'm a housewife. I'm an environmental activist. And I've been married for 25 years. And that's about my life. There we go.
My name is Jerry Burtis. This is my wife, Carol. After graduating from high school, I went to Eastern Illinois and graduated from there in 1969. I went to Chicago to work for a few months, was drafted in the Army, spent about 22 months in the Army. Came out, went back to Chicago. I've been there since 1971. Carol and I met through a mutual friend of ours that went to Eastern in Chicago. We were married. We've got 2 kids, 8 and 6. We've lived in Chicago in the city limits itself for 20 years. We just recently moved to Northbrook. I'm with a company that manufactures scrap iron. And that's about it, I guess.
Everybody see the camera.
Please sit down. I'll see how it looks.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to take several.
Hey, brownie bun down here. Calm down.
Somebody get it up.
Ricky Nolan.
Okay, I'm going to count to 3. When I hit 3, I'll take the picture. 1, 2, 3. I'll take more.
Punishment ain't here.
Okay, we're going to take another one now. 1, 2, 3. I'll take more.
Mike Johnson. Nobody's got anything to say. Let's all say hi to him, wave at him. He's going to put it on the video. We're going to send it to him because they couldn't be here tonight.
Okay. Hey, Mike. Who were they? You pumping some iron?
My name is Carolyn Evans Smith, and I married Ronald Smith in 1972. I graduated from Olivet University and then went on to get my master's degree in instructional technology from the University of Georgia. I live in Albany, Georgia. We have 2 boys. Andy is 14 and Robbie is 13. And I work as a librarian. I'm a director of libraries in a private school in Albany, and we've lived there about 15 years.
I'm Christy Ingram-Losky, and I live in a small town just west of Bloomington, Manier, Illinois. I have 3 children, 1 grandson. My husband's in the United States Army. We've been married for 20 years. I worked for 5 years in Chicago after we got out of school, and I didn't go back to work until about 5 years ago, and I worked for an insurance company in Bloomington. I've been a 4-H leader for 10 years. I teach Sunday school, I'm a church librarian, and I'm a member of the village board in the village of Minear.
My name is Denny Reardon, and this is my wife Cheryl. We live in St. Joseph, Illinois. We have 2 children.
Hi, my name's Jody White. This is my husband Tony. I'm a medical transcriptionist in Springfield, Missouri. And I feel like a Miss America candidate right now. I feel like I should answer a question or put on a bathing suit or something, but I'm not going to.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Bergstrand Snively. In 1968, I graduated from Lakeview Memorial Hospital in nursing, and I've been doing that as a career for the remainder of the time since I graduated. I married Morris Snively from Hoopeston here in 1968, September, and we've been married for 22 years, happily married for 6 months. We have 2 children. Our oldest is Tricia. She's 20 years old, and she's a junior at the U of I, majoring in architecture. Our son is Aaron. He's 19, and he'll be a sophomore at Eastern, and he's following his father's footsteps, majoring in speech communications. We live down in Belleville, Illinois, and we really like the St. Louis area and everything that it has to offer as far as music and culture, sporting events, and it's really great to be back here and see all of you again.
You're not having a good night, are you?
1965, that's when you guys came out of the world. You left behind you Lincoln School dances. You left T-bone steaks at 89 cents a pound at the A&P. Joan of Arc pork and beans were 10 cents or 3 for 29 cents. And Stokely's Golden Corn was a 4-pound can for 69 cents. In that year also, the cable TV came to town. I see we've got one of the cable TV people right back here tonight in case the cable's not working. We don't need that one anymore. LBJ, who remembers him? He was the president while you guys were getting out of school. Remember what he did to you? Yeah. He used to go around picking these kids up by the ears. No, that was these dogs, wasn't it? Same thing. November of 1965, there was an electrical power failure in the Northeast, and it affected 30 million people. A lot of children were born after that, I'm sure. 1965, also Frank Ryan, quarterback for the Who, Mikey Who, Cleveland Browns. Yeah, the Cleveland zone right out there. He thinks he should get $1 million contract because a rookie out of Alabama got a $400,000 contract with the New York Jets. Broadway Joe, right? I think he brought women into football. I really do. You know, when he came out there with the pantyhose, I really think that Joe brought women into football. Before that, women didn't care about football. They didn't want to watch it. Also that year, 33-year-old Mickey Mantle signed another $100,000 contract. This would be his 15th for the Yankees. We don't need that anymore. They also experienced little lettuce cigarettes in the 65 there. Tasted like barley and smelled like burning leaves, they said. That'll never fly. You know, John, am I too close to the camera? I'm going to do an impersonation. I only do a few impersonations. This is one of them. This is my impersonation of Lee Harvey Oswald. Do you all remember him? Lee Harvey Oswald? Shot our President Kennedy. My impersonation of Lee Harvey Oswald. No laughter, okay. Wait. How about Jack Ruby? Remember the guy, the sheriff in the background? My voice is terrible? I hear that. They're working on it. They're working on it. Just like the cable TV, they're working on it.
Story we always get.
Oh, I know. Okay, that was my impersonations for the evening. Thank you, Rick. The 1965 TV schedule, WCIA Channel 3. That's without cable. Monday night's lineup was 6:30, To Tell the Truth. 7 o'clock, I've Got a Secret. 7:30, Andy Griffith. Who in here can whistle the Andy Griffith theme song? Come on up here. Come on. Anybody that can whistle that? Oh, you're all rushing up here to whistle that one, aren't you?
Buzz computer.
Give him a slap on the forehead. 8 o'clock, we on Monday night, The Lucy Show. Remember Lucy? Ricky. Tuesday night, 5 o'clock, Popeye and Sheriff Sid. I bet Larry watched that, I'm sure. Larry. 6:20. Who can tell me what was on 6:20, 1965? Nobody. Shane Dean's on sports. Come on, Larry, Dick. The Rifleman followed up at 6:30, and then Joey Bishop at 7. Whatever happened to Joey Bishop? Not nearly enough. 7:30, The Red Skelton Show. Remember Red Skelton? Yeah. 8:30, The Petticoat Junction. You know, guys, I got to level with you. I was only 11 years old, probably. Petticoat Junction came out. But you know, when those girls that came out in the beginning and they all in that fish, that tank, you know, swimming and stuff, I always hoped one day, 1 week, you know, that one of them would just jump up too far over the top of that tank, you know? I wish that every time. Anybody else wish that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mike did. I know Mike did. And then 9 o'clock, Doctors and Nurses, right? Remember that one? Because I don't. I had to go to bed. Wednesday night at 6:30, Mr. Ed. Now this was a prime television show. Your kids are watching it today. Yeah, Wilbur, I talked to Morse. 7 o'clock, My Living Doll. Never saw that show either. I must have been eating or something. 7:30, The Beverly Hillbillies. Remember them? Jethro? Come on. Dick Van Dyke. Is Mary Louise Moore here tonight? Where's she at? She's not here? Where's she at? Mary Louise. You know, I was looking at the yearbook and stuff, and Mary, look at me, Mary. Oh, there you are. I thought you were hiding there. You look just like Mary Tyler Moore. Did you know that? Mary Tyler Moore, Mary Louise Moore? Never mind. 6:30. The Munsters on Thursday, 6:30. Perry Mason. You know, I only saw Perry Mason lose one case the whole time I watched him. That's when he tripped and fell and broke a case of scotch. Gordon, what do you think about that, huh? He loves those. Where is Gordon anyway? There he is. What are you doing up there?
Sucking up to teach
You know, you don't have to do that anymore. 2 Renees that are both married to guys in this class. Unbelievable. Uncanny things. Friday night, 6:30, Rawhide. Who can sing the Rawhide theme song? Anybody? No, it doesn't go rolling, rolling. There are words to that, and I have them. And yeah, Friday night at 8:30. Huh? Frankie Lane, where's he at? Bring him on. 8:30 on Friday night, Gomer Pyle, USMC. I think they took that off of Rick. Saturday night's lineup, 7:30, Gilligan's Island. Who believed this show?
We all did.
Who believed this show?
Everybody did.
No, can you imagine that show if it were on TV today? Can you imagine it? The sex and violence they would have on that island with those people? Mrs. Howell would be running a brothel. We followed that up at 9 o'clock with Gunsmoke. I think that was the longest running Western in the world. And then at 10 o'clock we had Wanted, Dead or Alive. Now comes the good parts here. Have I got time? Do I have time, John? Do I have some time? Okay. I've done a little, I've talked to a few of the people. The girls have given me a lot of scam on you guys. You didn't say much in your return things, you know, as far as what you've done and what you were ashamed of doing and, you know, this kind of stuff. So I think they made things up. I really do. I think they made some of these things up. I had no idea of the majority of this. It was all given to me, so they made a few phone calls the other night trying to get a hold of Ed Campbell. And didn't have much luck. They did get a patient that Ed had treated, and it seems that Ed's in Salt Lake City, and he's done a survey out there. And one of his surveys is 98% of constipated people just don't give a shit. Marcia spent a fortune on the phone. Where did you see that phone bill? And Helen Anderson, I was really hoping she'd be here tonight. I really was, because I read in that thing where she had a winery. Was that right? They had a winery. I wanted her to show her feet because I'm sure they're purple. And they gotta be purple. Stomping the grapes. I don't get them, John. And Charlene was telling me, Charlene Compton, y'all know her, she's right back there. Charlene was telling me she's had some bad luck in the last 25 years. She went to a few horse races. She played the horses for a while. And she went to a track and bet on a horse called Boy George. Turned up there was a cow dressed like a horse. Then she bet on a horse called A Perfect Gentleman. Led the entire race till the very end, stopped and said, "After you?" Then she bet on one that she was sure that was going to win, called Illegal Alien. She knew that horse would win. Got nosed out by Border Patrol. Tough luck, Charlotte. Now, many of you just got your books, I know, and you haven't had time to read them, but in the lobby this evening as you leave, the full novels from Carolyn Millerlander and Connie Johnson, their books will be on sale out here. What you have in your booklet here is the Reader's Digest version of their life. I had to do that. Jerry Daniels, where's he at? Jerry? Jerry was telling me, he said, you know, he was going down south on vacation, and he said the mating call of girls down south is, "Whoa, I had enough too much to drink." It worked the other place too. It
did work.
Bill Hink had a little trouble before he, you know, I think this was while he was in school. Him and Al Longfellow took off and went to Florida. And, you know, Bill was noticing how well Al did with girls. And he just asked him, he says, how do you do it? How do you know, how the girls just come on to you? And Al told him, he says, well, Bill, he says, you gotta dress the part. You gotta get a new outfit. You gotta look like a beach boy, and you gotta put a potato down your trunks. So Bill thinks this is simple. He goes out and buys a whole outfit, goes to the beach the next day, nothing at all. Comes back to Al and he tells Al, he says, "Hey, Al, I'm having a tough look here today." And the girls just laughed at me. And Al looked at him and says, "Well, let's do it tomorrow." He says, "This time put the potato in the front of your trunks." Just kidding, Bill, just kidding. Moving right along to who you call Buzz? Buzzy Burton. It seemed that this happened, I think, when Buzzy was in junior high. His dad told him one day, he says, he didn't call him Buzz, he called him Brucey. Brucey, I want you to go out, I want you to find me $5 worth of what's what. So Bruce didn't want to appear stupid in front of his dad, not knowing what what's what was, he just took off. Makes his way to the grab it here store. He gets to the grab it here store and he goes in and asks the guy at the meat counter, I'd like $5 worth of what's what. The guy at the meat counter said, what? $5 worth of what's what, please. He says, get out of here, you're bothering me. So Bruce immediately goes across the street to the post office. And he goes to the post office, the postmaster, he says, I'd like $5 worth of what's what. The postmaster says, what? I would like $5 worth of what's what. And he says, get out of here. So he makes his way down to the drugstore. He goes into the druggist and he said, I'd like $5 worth of what's what. Well, the druggist knew Bruce and his dad and all. He thought, well, I'll have a little fun. And unbeknownst to Blondie, probably, there was a brothel above one of the stores uptown here. So he sends little Bruce upstairs. He says, go to room number 5 and knock on the door and tell the woman there what you're after. So Bruce goes on up there and he walks upstairs and goes to the door and he knocks on the door and a woman came to that door and she was completely naked. And Bruce goes, whoa, 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 and she says, what's wrong with you? She says, whoa, 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 what's that? And she says, what's what? He says, I'll take $5 worth. Ooh, that was a long one. Dick McMurray, we can't leave Dick out here. Dick, you played golf today, right? You didn't play golf? I thought you said you played golf today. Dick's a good golfer. He plays golf all the time. And he was telling me out there a little earlier that he was playing golf and he had a bad day today. Just the game was off. Didn't work. And he said the only 2 good balls I hit was when I stepped on a rake. I should have brought my speedometer in here. These are time jokes. And then there's Marcia Jenkins Gossett, Vicki Cornell, Jackson, and Joyce Cropper Cunningham. These little mischiefs. You probably didn't know. You all knew about the cherry bombs and all that stuff in the toilets in the men's room. You heard about those while you were in school, didn't you? Remember those? Come on, they told me you guys did that. What you didn't hear was what these 3 girls did. You would not believe they took a gallon of water and poured it in the Kotex machine and it exploded in the ladies' restroom. Do you believe this? Terrible, terrible, terrible. Larry Kincaid. Moving right along to Larry Kincaid. He had a little trouble after he got out of school. He attended a couple of colleges. First one he attended was Southampton Institute of Technology. From there he went on to the Florida University of Cultural Knowledge. The only thing you learned at both those colleges was the cheers. Think about it. I'll be back to you. Rick, he's sitting here right in the front row. I'm really worried about Rick. I work with Rick, you know. I'm really worried about him. I want some of your classmates to talk to him about it. He thought a Volvo was a car from Sweden. Rick told me once that nobody makes him drink. He's a volunteer. Ken McGinnis was telling me tonight, I heard him talking, he said, you know you're getting old when your wife gives up sex for Lent and you don't find out till Easter. Anybody here from Canada? Nobody? Good. I was hoping nobody would say. You know why the Canadians do it doggy style?
So you watch hockey.
Right! Gordon was telling me he likes to do it doggy style, but Renee and him get mad when, they get newsprint on their knees. Mike Johnson, I was really hoping Mike would come here. I used to run around with Mike a little bit. Seems he's had a little bad luck. He was caught messing around, well, this time he was caught with a midget. He told her, he says, hey, honey, I'm trying to taper off. Tommy Law, I didn't know you were coming tonight, Tom. I had to make this one special up for you. Tom came home the other night from work, and his wife was packing a suitcase. She said, honey, where are you going? She says, Tom, I'm going to Las Vegas. I heard a woman can make $400 every time she makes love in Las Vegas. He says, really? He goes over and grabs his suitcase, starts throwing clothes in. She says, where are you going? He says, I'm going to Las Vegas too. I want to see how you live on $800 a year. Oh, applause. And we can't leave Dennis out. Dennis, as you know, is expecting another child. Most of you got all your kids, you know, grown and through college and everything. And Dennis is just starting out. I don't know. Dennis.
Slow learner.
You got to learn what that's for. You're a cop, for God's sakes. When Dennis got out of school, he wanted to make a mark in the world, so he went to Florida and got on a fishing boat. They told him he worked there for 6 months as a baiter, and after 6 months he'd become a masturbator. Only Renee will know this one, Dennis. Maybe a few of the others will know. You know how to make a cop come? Dial 911. Tom Hott told me, he says, a wife is living proof that a husband can take a joke. I don't know. Pat Milton Bailey over here. Where's she at? She's, oh, I tell you. How'd you get out of this, didn't you? She asked me tonight, she said, now, I've got a question. If a light sleeper sleeps with a light on, does a hard sleeper sleep with a window open about that far? We'll get back to that. Who's going to clean this up? I ain't cleaning it up. Cynthia Collier Call. Where's she at? She's not here? Where's she at? Well, she's in town. She brought a little dog with her. And the dog got lost. So, you know, she wants to pass this description out. The dog's got one eye missing. It's only got 3 legs, 1 ear, no tail, and he answers the name Lucky. Everybody sees it. Diddy Reardon, where's he at? Diddy Reardon told me, he says, he has his own idea here. He says, a wife is like an umpire. They make quick judgment calls, they never reverse the decision, and you're never safe when you're out. Hey, I've only got 2 left. Chris Ingram Lesky, where's she at? Did I pronounce that right, Lesky?
No. Yeah, that's all right. No one else does either.
She told me she bought a new Jane Fonda workout tape on Golden Pond. We gotta talk.
Hello, I'm Charlene Compton Young. I was married in 1966 to Oliver Young, who is deceased now. I have 3 daughters, Angela, Amy, Annette, and I have 3 grandchildren. I have my bachelor's degree, and I'm a teacher over at Logan Correctional Center.
I'm Nancy Rapier. This is my husband, Ray. We've been married for 6 years. And I have a son, Aaron, who's 16, and a little guy, David, who's 5. As far as what I've been doing over the past 25 years, I spent a lot of time in the inner city of Chicago doing some neighborhood work, and then moved down to Texas for all of 1 day and decided it was too hot. Headed back up toward Champaign, ended up in Kankakee, and have been teaching at the community college there. And that's where I met my husband, Ray, 6 years ago.
Hi, my name's Betty Wilson. Used to be Betty Cruz. This is my husband, Tom. They said to tell what we've been doing very briefly for the last 25 years. Well, we have 2 children. I have a son, Kirk, who will be 23 this July, and a daughter, Tricia, who will be 20 in August. We also have a 3.5-year-old granddaughter. Mainly we've moved around a little bit, not for short periods of time, but we've lived 3 or 4 different places.
don't get back home as often as we'd like to. We really enjoy the reunions though. My husband works for U.S. Chemicals. He's a salesman, and if most of you have talked to him, you know why. I don't know, is there anything else you want to add?
That's I hope.
Okay, that's about it, guys, sorry.
Tom Hott, and this is my wife Sherry, and we are located in Litchfield, Illinois presently. We both teach school. In the high school in Litchfield, I teach chemistry and math, and Sherry teaches English and business courses. We have 3 children. Our oldest son just graduated from high school, and our youngest son and daughter are both going to be in the 8th grade in the next school year.
Well, after graduation, what did I do? Went in the Army for a couple of years. Got through that all right. Vietnam type thing. Done a little schooling over in Indianapolis for a couple of years. Got married in Indianapolis. Had a son. Then got divorced after that in a couple of years. And the best thing that came of that was my son. And in 1973, I started working at Quaker Oats in Danville. I've been there ever since, about 17 years. I met this lovely lady a little over 2 years ago, and she's been with me ever since. And hopefully she'll be with me for a number of years to come. And I had a lousy game of golf today, too.
You guys are renowned, probably, you probably all remember the beer drinking, probably their antics that they...
No, I saved myself, Stan.
Did you? Gordon. What I've got here is a test for them to take. It's beer slogans, and what they got to do is match the beer with the slogan. This should take them about 15 minutes. Take one and pass it down. Did you bring pens? Did you bring pens? Larry! This is a test. Pencils down.
It's easy. Pin.
You don't get to keep these now.
No, I have to have these back. I borrowed them.
Okay, you stole them.
Yeah, no,
What I should have done is got them up here, and we got prizes for this too, guys. Do you want me to ask a couple of trivia questions while they're doing this?
Okay.
What do you want to give away?
Lippy is water.
No cheating. You have something you want?
The hats.
Okay. We're going to give these hats. No! I hate that when that happens. Sorry, John. We're going to give these hats the girls have made here on the table. With me with that way going. Make me write bad checks. I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to ask this table right here a question. Any question? And whoever answers the question, just scream out. And these guys are going to watch and see who screams out first.
They're on table. That's all right, we don't count.
You don't count? They have no idea what these questions are.
Some of these are duplicates.
Some of them?
Yeah, they go to the same thing, the same beer.
These are, I tried to do these on 1965 things too, so. Who sang the song, Do-Wah Diddy Diddy?
Dum diddy do.
You're doing this test.
Man for man 5. Or man for man.
Put the hat on you, girls.
What's that mean?
You won the hat. Way to go, it looks great.
Jenny, it's for you.
It's so special. Okay,
The bear, had something to do with the bear.
Okay, any Bonanza fans? Who's a Bonanza fan? Anybody? Nobody. You hate that show? I hated it too. The way little Joe used to beat that horse, you hate that? You Bonanza fan? This table?
I was talking about steakhouse.
Those can.
Here's an easy one. I'm going to ask this table right here. Sam the Sham took Wooly Bully to the top of the charts in June of 1965, and his group
The Pharaoh.
Will you stop answering the other questions? I'm not talking to you, Dick, okay?
Sam the Sham.
You either, Larry. We need some tape up here. These were supposed to be written questions for you guys because we knew you'd be mouthy. You wear another hat. Way to go. It's just going to be special tomorrow at church. I'm going to give this table another question here for the hat.
Are you going to see Reverend Whittle Gordon?
Jill, Bobil, Banana.
Shirley Ellis.
I knew these questions would be too easy for him. Have you got your beer thing yet?
No, I can't figure these.
Maybe these people like to help you with your beer questions. Let me ask them a couple. King of beers. Help Dick out. Okay. The world's leading internationally brewed beer. Help Dick out.
Peel. Has to be Peel.
I've got the answers in my pocket, I think. Light beer of Broadway fame.
Pam. Black Label. No, Black Label. No.
It's the water.
Olympia. That's Olympia.
The beer that made Milwaukee
Slits.
famous. Brewed with pure Rocky Mountain spring water.
Coors Light. Coors.
Have you got them done?
Hey, get us a couple of those while we're here. It helps us think.
Have you got them done? I got the answers right here. Sealed to my fingers.
We're going to get them out of here.
Yeah, we're going to get you guys out of here.
These
No
guys,
more.
These guys are just not.
No more questions tonight, Dick.
You
Okay?
got to open them up while you're up here, though.
Yeah, open them up.
I want the cans
Feels
back.
like a this is a six-pack of beer. Is it
Game's
cold?
over. That's it, Dick.
Holy cow.
You can have your paper.
Black
You can have
Label.
your paper.
Carlene's Black Label. Hey, Mabel. This is Canadian. This is imported. Imported beer. Why am I the only guy that's got a hat on?
My name's Bill Hank. I'm married to Yetta Bartlow. We have two children, Scott, age 20, and Todd, age 19. I've worked at FMC for the last 23 years. I'm now a foreman on third shift in the machine shop.
Hi everyone, I'm Ken McGinnis, my wife Norma. We've been married 19 years. We've got two children, Philip 15, Kimberly 12. She's been putting up with me for these years. And right now we're over in Boswell, Indiana, running a motel, and I'm cutting hair, and my wife's a secretary over at Purdue. We're happy and hope all the rest of you are happy. We've really enjoyed our life.
My name is Gary Langdop. Last 25 years, after I got out of the service, I moved to New York. And then I came back to Hoopeston, where since 1973 I've been working for American National Can Company.
Hi, I'm Mary Moore Foster. This is my husband, Russ Foster. Since high school, I graduated from nurses training. I work as a nurse in the operating room. We have two girls, Michelle, 18, and Heather, 15, and we live in Minnesota, God's country.
Hi, I'm Marilyn Evans Greer, and this is my husband, Alan Greer. We live in Albany, Georgia. The last 25 years have been busy ones. I was a school teacher for 6 years, 5 of those in Kankakee, Illinois, and 1 in Albany, Georgia. I taught 7th and 8th grade English, and then I got married and retired from teaching. We have 1 daughter, Rebecca, who is 6 years of age, and she will be going to 1st grade this year, and then I will be helping my husband Alan in our bookstore. We have a Christian bookstore in Albany, Georgia, and I'm looking forward to that.
A new shirt? And you feel like something's just not right with it? I don't know. Oh, look, there's a pin in my shirt. There's a pin in my shirt. A pin in my shirt. Hey, wait a minute. These are gonna be time jokes. I brought a speedometer, okay? There. Pin in my shirt. Okay, we got that joke out. This will be right up here. If I get going too fast, just slow me down, okay? Right there.
Flowers. Those are nice
I
flowers.
know, I was in a Hawaiian.
I want my tie back when you're done.
Hawaiian, yeah, okay. Moving right along. Okay, here's how this is going to work. Only one of you will be able to answer the question. I don't care which one of it is.
Your glasses?
Yeah, they broke.
You're assuming any of us
Well,
He is
but
so alive, you know.
how nerd trivia works, how nerd Beatle trivia works, is whoever answers the questions has got to squeeze their partner or slap them in the forehead.
Like this?
Yeah, that will signal to me that you know the answer. Okay?
Okay.
We're going to do a test.
Where do you want me to squeeze him?
Any way you want, Emily. Just as long as he squeals.
Okay.
Okay. Let me give you an easy one first. Give you an easy one first here. What was the Beatles' first single?
I want to hold your hand.
You're not playing right! Go ahead.
I want to hold your hand.
Who's going to answer here? Both of you answer.
I want to hold your hand.
Wrong, both of you. It was Love Me Do. No, it was. I got it right.
I don't love your do. I'll listen anyway.
Question number 2. What was the first Beatles single to be recorded on the Apple label? Just guess.
I'm going to hold your hand.
Wrong. Wrong. Hey Jude. You guys aren't doing very well.
My daughter says that every day.
I thought you knew the Beatles.
Nobody said we knew the Beatles.
Okay, this is an easy one. On what album cover did all the Beatles sport mustaches? Right! You didn't answer the right though. They lose the point.
I'm going to sit down.
Here we go. Question number.
Please him.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to get beat up.
When Paul McCartney, this is an easy one, you guys know this. When Paul McCartney and George Harrison first joined up with John Lennon, the group was called, remember how to do this now. There was a pin in my shirt. Pin in my shirt. It was sticking me on the side back here in my shirt. Mike, explain that to me. Do we have a time limit on this?
Yes.
The Quarrymen.
What?
The Quarrymen.
Oh, wow.
Here's a hard one. In Eleanor Rigby, who writes the words of a sermon that no one will hear? You can sing it if you want. Go ahead and sing it. Right! You didn't do it right! He's not winning at all. The next version of this will be home games. Hey, would you wake the guy up right here? Thank you. Someone slap him in the forehead.
All this excitement.
All right, here is a real easy one. What Beatles song starts with the sound of an airplane?
Back in the USS.
Wait.
You haven't got anything yet, Bruce, because you haven't played by the rule.
She's supposed to answer.
She's supposed to hit you. Whoever answers.
I'm supposed to hit you.
Yeah.
Then you say that.
Oh, wait, the other person.
Hey, we don't want to have on his cheek. You know the answer. This is an easy one. What was Lovely Rita's occupation?
Meter maid.
Bruce! Meter maid!
Really, we rehearsed this. You guys are doing great. He's not getting anything right. He's getting them all right. You're getting the points for him.
Well, you get the prize with elders.
What was Ringo's theme song? Emily knows that one. And it's not a pin in my shirt. Go ahead. Bruce and Emily for 5 points. Wrong. Ringo's theme song. This boy. Okay, you'll never get this one. She's leaving home. When did she go? We're running out of questions here. Wednesday morning at 5 o'clock. A pin in my shirt. Right there.
Hello, we're Ben and Chris Metter. We're living in Walton, Indiana now. We've been there since '72. We now have 3 sons, Michael, that will soon be 21, Brian, 16, and Joshua, soon to be 12. We have an 11-month-old granddaughter named Dusty. Richard, this part's for you since you didn't make it and I haven't seen you in the last 25 years. I would love to see you. I hope you're having a good life. Helen, the same with you. I haven't seen you in 25 years. And I hope you're having a good life. I hope everything is going fine and maybe someday we will be able to see each other again.
Colleen and Milton Olmus. We are farmers and we live here in Hoopeston. We live 4.5 miles west of Hoopeston. We farm grain and livestock, and my husband works at American Can, and I'm a housewife.
Hi, I'm Joyce Cropper Cottingham, and this is my husband John. We have 2 children, one daughter 21, Ginger, and one boy Tim, 17. I've been a hairdresser for 24 years, and we live here in Hoopeston, and my husband works in Watsika. I guess that's about it.
Hi, I'm Janie McCullough Adams, and it's my husband Ken. We have 2 sons. My husband's a plumber pipe fitter. We live in Henning, Illinois. We have 2 grandchildren, and we just been around this general area most of the time.
Hi, I'm Bonnie Reese Allen. In the past 25 years, I have raised 3 children, 2 daughters and a son. My oldest is 23, and she's a mother of 4. That makes me a grandmother of 4. Yeah. I am also a nurse. I recently went back to school after I raised my children and became a nurse. I'm a rehab nurse, and I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm good at it. Other than that, I'm single. I've been divorced for many years. Don't plan to remarry unless I get a good offer, because I love my work mostly. And I just want to all of you to know that it's just been great seeing you, and I love seeing you, and looking forward to the next time we're all together again.
Hi everyone, I'm Pat Bailey. This is my husband Todd. Since graduation, I worked at FMC here in Hoopeston. I then started raising my family. I have 2 boys, Jeff and John. And now I have a fine husband here, like I said, Todd. I'm advertising manager here at the Chronicle in Hoopeston. And I'm enjoying life very much.
William Bill Hink. Come front and center, please.
Kenny McGinnis.
Kenny McGinnis.
Marilyn and Carolyn Evans.
Marilyn and Carolyn Evans.
Oh, there you go, baby. It's your turn. Come on. You get the spotlight now.
Come on up here. We're going to face it.
Yes, it is.
Only a mother can love.
They get a prize because they're the only set of twins on class.
They get a prize because they're the only set of twins in your guys' class. You gotta open them up right here. Did you guys used to play tricks when you were in
They are the only twin boys.
Yeah, they were the twin boys in class. Checks, we got your checks. You guys thought there were going to be snakes coming out.
We need Mary Moore up here.
Mary Moore, Mary Tyler Moore.
You don't open your
Can you say?
You guys can go sit down. You're welcome.
Can you say?
Remember what?
Bill, on behalf of the entire football, basketball, track, every sport you participated in, 1965, these are your shorts in here. Now, they told me, Bill, that you were quite a job.
Read it.
Hoopeston Buster Air Freshener. Put this in the front.
Yeah. It's like a feminine spray, but only different.
I didn't read it.
The bravest human. Give me my glasses on.
Comes with 25 years of being out of high school. The dreaded glasses.
The bravest human it can fluster. If someone farts, as people cluster, the magic can restore the luster upon your nose and spray. All right.
So if you guys smell something tonight, it's not Bill. Maybe. Okay, who's next?
Kenny.
Kenny, come on up here, Kenny. I got a little confession to make here. You know, I play accordion and I go from town to town. And I stayed in your motel, on occasion. And this is just to kind of make up for it. You know, I feel guilty. I would bring back the towels, but I like them so well. Boswell, you know, I kind of like them. So this will help make up for it. I know they don't say Boswell, but you can put them in your room. That's toilet paper. I wouldn't touch that. I know. It's a pin. I stole one of those too.
Does your motel offer those things? Does your motel have those things?
Steal them from the front desk.
I really feel better getting this off my chest that I stole this stuff from his motel.
There you go, Kenny. Good sport. Thanks a lot. Dennis.
Dennis. As you all know, Dennis is expecting another child there soon.
We want to give
So,
Dennis a little R&R.
yeah, I want to give Dennis a little R&R here.
Open it, Dennis.
And
Open it and stand talk to me.
this ought to help you, Dennis. Help you with the ins and outs of your life.
Explain it.
R&R, right? We got a little R&R, a little rattle, and a little rubber. That also doubles as a rain hat. You can wear that as a rain hat in your uniform, or you can go over to Kenny's motel and wear it as your shower cap.
Oh, I saw the backside now.
Trojan. Dennis, don't trip over my pen. Mary Tyler Moore, come on up here. Mary, I kind of feel like the wizard, you know? Click your heels together. Get me home, 30 seconds.
That far away? Huh? Well, we wanted a souvenir for her. This is something. It's a souvenir.
This is a souvenir for Mary. So it's an autographed picture of Dick Van Dyke. Thank you. Yeah, that's just like Bill's. Almost.
Use this for the contents of this can. Send can to relatives with instructions to open can and take a big whiff. Immediate memories of Hoopeston and loved ones should return, or just the highlights. If you get homesick from Hoopeston, open the can and take a whiff. I open this can and it doesn't remind you of the Hoopeston air. There has been a leak at the scene. An American can didn't make that, so.
American can didn't make this one? Who canned it though? We won't go into that.
We have to have the drawing for the card.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Bruce. Where'd Bruce go? Oh, he's out of here? Good, good. I tell you, Bruce is, you know, what such a kind person he is and all. He doesn't know this or you know, but Bruce is going to donate a car tonight. Isn't that sweet of him, huh? We're going to give away a car from Burton Motors. Huh? We've got all your names in a box over here.
Bruce is not in here.
Bruce. Bruce Burton. We're giving away your money. Watch him come flying down. Well, let's give it away anyway. What do we give it? What kind of car is it we're giving? What kind of car is it? It's a Dodge, I know. It's a Dodge Charger. This is the keys right in here. We got the keys for the car here. We're going to give this away. Oh, Bruce, did you know you're giving a car away tonight?
I'm giving a car away?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, great.
What a guy. Give him a hand, everybody. Give Bruce a hand. Look at him. He's having a stroke. It's a big one. He's speechless. What a guy. I'll give him another hand.
You'd be speechless too, I'm telling you. Of course, I got a piece of crap I once sold a long time ago.
We picked it out. We picked it out.
Did you?
Yeah, we didn't think it worried even tell you anything. So.
Yeah.
You drawing out the name?
Yeah.
You gonna draw it?
What was the name? Did you?
Gene Laram? You've won a car from Bruce Burton's Burton Motor Sales. The keys are in this box. You gotta see Bruce for, you gotta see Bruce for license, titles, and extras.
I should have tried this. This is approaching bars. It would have worked a lot better than the stuff I use.
What color is it, Marcia? What color was the one we picked up? Black. Oh yeah, you're looking at black. The keys are in there. Keys are in the box. Again, I think Bruce is a heck of a guy, isn't he? Give him a car away. Maybe, I bet it brought a tear to the eye of Coca's eye tonight, you know?
There it is. It's a headlight too.
Where's the keys?
You gotta ride it. Hey, what about that Bruce now, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Told us he was gonna give away a car. No!
I'm Rick Vickers. Since graduation in 1965, I did some military time. I married Peg, who is also a classmate. I graduated from SIU down in Carbondale. We have bounced around quite a bit. We've been transferred many times. We are currently living in Chicago. We have 2 children, a son Mark, who is currently 16, and a daughter Marissa, who is currently 11. I think that's about, let's see, I'm a director of MIS, data processing, in Chicago. This is going on forever. I've led a sheltered life since graduation. Even before graduation, I'm just beginning to understand what life's all about by being married to Peg. This is not fun, and I really wish you'd cut the camera off.
Would you like me to
Thank
take
you.
over?
God, take over.
Okay.
Man, oh man, oh man.
Graduated from U of I elementary education.
graduation. While I was still going to school, I married this guy here. It's been about 22 years ago. I taught for a while. We have 2 kids, Mark and Marissa. I'm currently selling real estate in Bolingbrook in the Chicago area. That's about it.
My name is Rick Nolan. Since graduating from high school, I've been married, divorced, drafted. I served 15 months in Vietnam. Upon returning home, I went back to school, graduated in 1973, hired into Hyster Company since then. Since then, I've had about 5 different jobs with that same company, and as of today, I'm still employed there.
Hi, Jean Frisoni. Used to be Jean Lara. I moved away right before my senior year in high school, so I don't really feel like I have a hometown. I'm glad to be back. I've had a wonderful time seeing everybody. I live in Elmhurst, Illinois now. I've been married for over 22.5 years. We have 3 kids, and I've been busy managing apartment buildings. I do a lot of volunteer work, and that keeps me busy enough. My oldest child is in college. My youngest child is in 7th grade. And we're just very busy that way. We do a lot of traveling. My parents are on the East Coast, my brother on the East Coast and the West Coast, and seeing everybody gives us a lot of chance to travel. Had a lot of fun. That's it.
Hello. I hope you all have had a good life. I've had a fairly good one. I've worked for the Postal Service for 14 years. I've got 3 children, 2 boys and a little girl, 11. I've been keeping myself busy since February when my husband passed away by renovating my life, I guess you'd call it, kind of pulling everything together from all that we did in school and all that I've done since then. Found out life has to go on. You have to make your own happiness, and I hope all of you that couldn't be here tonight are with us in thought, because we've been thinking about you, we've been talking about you. And if you ever get back this way, I hope you kind of look some of us up, because we aren't too far away. And may you have a good life until we see you again. Bye.
I was Mary Ann Lawson. I'm now Mary Ann Finke. I married Alan Finke 2 years ago. We met through Matchmaker International in Lafayette, and we live in Winamac, Indiana. I have 1 daughter, 2 stepsons, and 1 grandson by marriage. Alan owns and operates a wire forming plant. I manage 19 apartments in Winamac. I worked for American Can for 14 years before we got married.
And what you hoping to do?
What I'm hoping to do? I want to be a bailiff in the court. I'm going to put in for this job, which I think will be fun. And that's about it. I'm enjoying life. Having a good time. I'm very happy.
My name is Vicki Longfellow. I've been living in Indiana for 20 years. I have a 10-year-old daughter named Amanda. I work in Lafayette as a computer operator, and this is my boyfriend Gary.
Okay, we're going to do one more thing and then I'm out of here. You knuckleheads. You've all seen the Carmack routine. Well, I got one called Stand Man. We prepared some questions here. I've not seen them. I'm going to give you the answers just like the great Carmack does. And Marcia's going to read the question. No, I'm going to read the question. You're going to read. No, I'm going to read the answer. You're going to read the question. Right? Is that right? Have I got this right? Okay. First one, please. The answer is mayonnaise in my shorts.
What happened to Bruce Burton when he thought he had sex?
Bruce, we don't mean to pick on you tonight, but we mean to pick on you. Right. The answer is the platter seeing spots before your eyes.
What happened in
in 1965 when 50% of the class broke out with measles?
You guys don't remember breaking out with measles? We're going to do one more, then I'm out of here. Breath of 1,000 sailors on leave.
What was Mr. John's breath in first hour?
And did he leave?
No, he's out there.
Is that it? That's it. Hey, I'm going to take my pen, my accordion, and I'm going to go out in the streets.
Hi, I'm Tom Law. This is my wife, Connie. We have two children, Stephanie and Mary. Stephanie's 19 and Mary just turned 16. Since graduation, I spent 4 years in the Air Force. Got to see a lot of the country. And in '68, Connie and I got married. I was still in the service at the time. Come back from the service and worked at the American Can for a couple months. Then went to work for the IGA for 3 years and it burnt to the ground. Then went to Heister Company in Danville. And from Heister I worked there about 1.5 years, and then I went to DAC and got my associate's degree in programming. And from there I went back to Heister, and since then I've been at Heister for 13 years. We've lived in Hoopeston all our life.
Hi, I'm Jean Keith. I've been married for 14 years, and I've just been a wife and mother and housewife ever since we've been out of school, and I've really enjoyed life so far, and I hope everybody else does too.
Paul Warner, this is my wife Charlene. I work at American Can, and that's about it.
Hi, we're Ken and Allie Sinkowski, and we live in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania now. And Ken works for PPG Industries. We have 2 children, Brian, 18, Philip, 16. We've lived in 5 states, Illinois, Indiana, Missouri, Michigan, and we're ready to come back to Illinois and haunt Hoopeston. Oh, I work as a temp with switchboards, and he's a chemist.
Hi there, I'm Gordon Stipp, and this is my wife Renee. We really enjoyed this 25th class reunion. In 25 years, I went to college at Eastern Illinois University, and subsequently went to the U.S. Air Force, and after that went to law school in Coral Gables, Florida. Got married, had babies, got divorced, and married Renee. And have moved back to Hoopeston and have enjoyed thoroughly the last 15 years of being back here. And I'm sure glad to be alive and participate in this 25th class reunion.
And many more.
And hopefully I'll be around for 25 more. Okay, I'm Dick McMurray. This is my wife Jeannie. And we're really thrilled to be here tonight. I'm very disappointed that Helen Anderson did not come to the class reunion. But as far as what we've been doing since high school, if you'll remember, if you'll look in the yearbook, I said my ambition was to enjoy life. And I think I have. I'm still doing it, thanks to Jeannie and my 3 kids. And we're having fun. Hopefully someday I'll make some money.
and do some other things, but we're enjoying life and very happy, and I wish happiness to everyone else in the class. And I love you.